So, just the other day, Applebee's launched a new campaign, and stop me if you've seen this. It shows women directing tutorials for Facebook, Twitter, and, of course, Pinterest, and then being rudely interrupted by an older woman who tells them to go out to Applebee's and get a drink. Now, what do you think about this approach?
Well, I read your article and I watched the videos, and I was confused because the videos, and we'll link to them, start out with kind of talking about different ways to do things on social networks and providing examples. And it was a little scary because I do a lot of that, and we do that kind of on this show. And then, like you're saying, this older woman suddenly comes in and says, get off of social networks, go have a drink with your friends. I don't know if this is a popular thing. I don't know if it got much traction, but I do think it's interesting that Pinterest is enough part of our popular culture that a brand like Applebee's is at least kind of including it among Facebook and Twitter.
I have to admit, though, the show they used, Pintastic, hit a little too close to home here in the news.
Because I was like, oh, this is kind of like the first one was about Facebook, and she was talking about you could change your language to English-pirates. And I'm like, is that real? Is that like an Easter egg inside of Facebook? And then suddenly the woman comes on and says, get a life. And so, yeah, I felt like it wasn't, I guess it was supposed to be targeted at women, girls' night out, but I still found it. I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, that is really an Easter egg in Facebook. You can switch to pirate speech.
It really is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know if that was part of the joke or not. Okay.
All three of the tutorials were actual stuff. And that's what bothers me. I wish they were, like, more half-baked than they were. Because I found the campaign to be a little bit offensive. I mean, true, we could all use a break from social media once in a while, but it seems strange to target the message purely at women. It sounds like, well, doing Pin the News with you every week, I consider to be a very mentally stimulating task.
Thank you.
It seems to be rewarding to watch and teach tech tutorials. I almost wish that the tutorials didn't teach you real stuff, and that they were a little more half-baked, because the way it was, as a woman who is on a tech video cast, I thought it was a little bit offensive. It was like they were telling me that I may have thought that I had a rewarding, active online life, watching and teaching tutorials, but actually, Applebee's thinks I should just go out, relax, and get a drink, and I should just drop the act.
Well, maybe it was effective just because we're talking about it. I mean, it does kind of, it's not super controversial, I don't think. I mean, you're not, like, super offended by it, right?
Nah. I mean, we could all use a break from social media every once in a while. That's true. It just felt weird that they targeted it at women alone.
Where did you first hear about the campaign? Because I hadn't heard about it until you wrote the story.
I saw it on BuzzFeed.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they should have made another one that was about BuzzFeed users. Or users.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, I think it's an issue, people spending too much time online. It probably makes sense. Like, this is like kind of a thing that they can play on, and they're trying to generate a buzz, so I can understand why they're doing it. But, yeah, they probably should target it more widely and include, like, BuzzFeed or, Reddit or something like that.
Perhaps they think Reddit's a lost cause?
Yeah, that's certainly possible. People never leaving their houses. There's definitely some examples.